Hi players, I'm Lewis. I'm a first year film student. I played Moritz in Spring Awakening this year, and this is my pitch to direct the showcase for next year. It's a musical, and I've created the script, and it's called Limbo. So yeah, the details. My cast size, I'm looking at around 7 main characters. I also need a narrator and about 10 to 15 in a dance ensemble. The dancers will also have singing roles and be heavily involved, so it's not like a secondary role as such. Money will be going towards lighting, a lot of lighting, which is UV. That's the USP of the whole thing, I guess. The whole second act is in pitch black in UV paint. So I'll need the UV lights in for that. The cost of producing the tickets will also be in it, and the UV paint and everything. The music I will be producing myself, with like new modernised versions of the songs. At the end of this video, I've put up a few of the songs that I'll be presented in the musical. I also would like to use live drums. If it's cheap enough, I'd like a band, but a set of live tom-tom drums, about 8 to hire, would be really cool. And the venue I want is the Jubilee building, because it's as if you see in Spring Awakening, I need a lot of darkness in the second act, and Monty Hall lets in too much light. So yeah, Limbo is very hard to explain as a concept. Act 1 is in essence a coming of age story. It's a group of friends who, just being teenagers, taking drugs, drinking, because they've got nothing else to do with themselves. The main focus is Eddie, the older brother of the main female character, and he is coming to terms with his sexuality in a very working class rough area, and he is persecuted for being what he is, and drugs are the thing that helps him. It blocks things out and it stops things, and he one day gets hold of a book called the Tibetan Book of Death. Basically, the Tibetan Book of Death is the idea that when you die, if you kill yourself, you will be left in limbo, away from everything, until you begin to have nightmares and come out of the limbo into the afterlife, into happiness. And he wants happiness, so in his head he decides that it's the best thing to do to take him and his friends into the afterlife, into this limbo, and he overdoses everyone, telling everyone that he knows the right dose, and manages to take them all out into this limbo state. And that's when Act 2 comes in. Act 2, as I've said before, will be totally pitch black with a UV paint set, and every character painted in UV. And that is to resemble the difference between normal life and this hyper reality that he is in, the limbo. During the limbo, he is joined by a narrator who is actually, I can't tell you the whole idea to it because it'll ruin the story, but it's a really interesting idea, something that's never been done before, and I think it'll be amazing. For me, I think it will be a total alternative to the usual that we have in the theatre, and it will bring in people that sometimes wouldn't go to a show like that, don't see it as something they would go to. I want to target not just people that like the musicals and friends and family, people that are in a musical, but people like me who had never experienced anything like that before. I want to bring other people in, like into theatre, and show them how amazing it can be, and how it's not all this cliche of over the top and camp and everything. It can be cool and modern. I've already put a lot of effort into Limbo. It's a piece that I've worked hard on for months. I'm really, really passionate about it, and I'd love to put it on and show people. I had never done any acting or been on stage or any interest in theatre before I came to Roehampton. I got kind of dragged into it, and it's probably the best thing I've ever done. It's opened a whole new door to me, and with my interest in film and the area I want to go in the future, I think creating this script and putting on a show like this will help me a lot, and I am determined to make it work as amazingly as it can. So if you believe in my idea as much as I do, please, please, please vote. Thank you very much.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? And take my eyes off of you. I can't take my heart. Take me out tonight, where there's music and